am Kara858, and we're here to bring you our brand new campaign, Reclamation, Episode 8. Of course, we are thankful for you to join us and watch this session and watch us be able to tell this fantastic story with our wonderful DM and, of course, castmates. With that said, let's just have everyone go around the cast and have everyone explain who they are, who they're playing, and projects they're working on. And I'm going to kind of switch it around a little bit because I usually start with Adrian. So I'm going to start with Ari. Ari, you'd like to talk about who you... that face, though.
I'm used to things being done a certain way, and this is not the certain way. Hi, I'm Ari. I play Shay Asher here, the wizard. That's just it. You've seen me other places here on the Cookout. Of course, I play Yvain in Riverwood, and over on the Bear Pen, where I am a partner and community manager, I play Elijah in Blood on the Bayou, Katya in Fallout, and I am the storyteller for Undead and Dallas. If you wish to follow me, it is Small Shadow Snack. It's just possums. I'm sorry, it's possums.
All right, perfect. And next we have our wonderful DM, Zach. You'd like to talk about yourself, who you're playing, and projects you're working on.
Certainly. On the YouTube channel
yes.
that I have that doesn't exist, I have received my first dislike. We're going in the right direction.
What? How?
Someone hates me enough to click dislike. We're doing it.
I have been streaming for like months, I think, for YouTube. I have not seen what. Okay, we gonna have to talk about what video that was, but yeah,
we also got to remember that you're you and I'm me. So
I was like, nah, I gotta watch this video. I'm like, nah, why would they dislike for? That makes no sense. They don't even show the dislikes anymore. I'm like, YouTube got rid of it. So
you can see it in the studio.
Yeah,
though.
studio. Yeah. It's like, why do they even still do that? Like, anyway, next, of course, we have the wonderful player Reed. Where you like to talk about yourself, who you're playing, and projects you're working on. That's funny.
I am at Big Dude Ree on all of the socials, so feel free to follow me over there. I appear on all types of shows here on the Cookout, Rivenwood Academy, Lords of Faerun, which is on break now, the Storyteller for Bonds Beyond Time, and many more. So please feel free to check out the full list. Upcoming next week, we will have the airing of both a new show, Erythian Nights, and my Twitch channel, Reroll. So please feel free to give us a check out over there. I guarantee it's going to be super interesting. Tonight, I will be playing Tashad Chiron, the head of the house, and very, let's say, difficult to be around on occasion.
Maybe, but just to give a quick clarification, because this episode would come out a bit later. This episode would technically come out after you debut Erythian Nights. So definitely go ahead, if you haven't got the chance to take a look at it, make sure to follow Rerolls on their Twitch channel, and we'll go ahead and watch the VOD and see what all the characters get up to. Sorry, just wanted to correct that real quick. So yeah, this will come out a little bit later after Erythian Nights. Next, of course, we have the wonderful Aries / Adrian. You'd like to talk about yourself, who you're playing, and projects you're working on.
Sure thing. Hello, everybody. I'm Adrian, and I am playing Jethrin Cloudpool. I almost said Jesse Diaz because I've been thinking about him and I miss Lords of Faerun. But no, I'm playing Jethrin Cloudpool, who is the Leonin Paladin here, and just a ton of fun. I like this character a lot, and I am also a storyteller over on the Bear Pen, where I run Thala Unbound, as well as Blood on the Bayou, and May 4th is my birthday, but because it's a Wednesday, we're doing a full charity streams over on the Bear Pen on May 7th, which is all of the games will be wolf related, and it is to raise money for the New York Wolf Conservation Center. So check us out at the Bear Pen, and obviously my Twitter as well, at the Adrian Bear, and you can find more information. We've got a whole bunch of fun games coming up, and yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm super excited for that. I am one of the members of one of the games there, and as someone who loves all things werewolves and wolves in general, I'm ready to dive into that aspect. So it's gonna be awesome. Yeah, this should come out before that as well. So next is Aaron. If you'd like to talk about yourself, who you're playing, and projects you're working on.
I'm Aaron. I play Timmons. Timmons is the best character on here. I admit to being the one who clicked the dislike button on Zach's picture.
Gold. That left me speechless. I had no idea it was an interior plot all along. Wow. Okay. That was awesome. As for yours truly, I am Kara858. I'm playing the lovable sweet bean Abrea, who is being explored through the wilds, of course, with their family members and friends. Of course, you can be able to find all of our content here as well as on Twitch at the Kara858, where you can watch shows that were just recently mentioned, like Riverwood Academy, of course, Bonds Beyond Time. One of our brand new campaigns that just recently came out called Fractured Destiny. So make sure to check that out. That comes out on Saturdays. Of course, another one of our brand new shows, Light and Shadow, will be coming out on Sundays. So definitely keep an eye out on that on twitch.tv/Kara858. And one of the biggest news we have, technically this will already been out for a while, is that one of our campaigns, Gods of Color, has a brand new dice set that just recently came out from Die Hard Dice. It's limited edition. It's called the Prismatic Pantheon set. You can be able to find the link to be able to purchase that dice in the description section below. And if you use the promo code COOKOUT, you can be able to get 10% off your order. So we hope that you enjoy those dice, and you too will be able to roll like a demigod. And with that said, we're going to go ahead and transition over to our wonderful DM, Zach. Zach, take it away.
Last we left off, the house had decided to take a short rest, which is passing uneventfully. Is there any conversations that you all would like to have over the short rest period?
I have a question. Is Nezra sitting with us, or is she separated? They? I can't remember if Nezra was they or she.
That's an Aaron question. I want to say it was she, but I could be wrong.
She.
Okay.
Yeah. She seems to be giving your camp a bit of space. It's not like rude, but it's like, I've given you a 10-foot berth so that I'm not like invading your space and your conversation. So you could definitely still walk up to her and chat if you wanted to. But yeah, she's giving you all a little bit of space right now.
I'm not going to talk, but I'm definitely going to do the whole, point and hands up. Why are you sitting over there? Come sit here. If we're doing stuff together.
Kind of like cocks her head, looks at you for a second, makes like a cue with her hand, does like a little like question, what's going on, and then like waves, and then you see her take out a book and she begins reading from it.
That wasn't even Leon's sign language. I was just, that was literally me just like, come over here, sit down. This is me saying it out loud as Jethrin to like everyone saying, oh, I will. If she'd like to sit over there by herself, it's fine. That just looks lonely. But.
I personally am quite grateful for a bit of space so we can discuss amongst ourselves.
Do we have secrets to discuss, Mr.
I find that discretion is often prudent, Sir Jethro.
True. So,
always secrets to be kept.
So Abrea kind of like walks over and they just plops on Shay's lap, like, put. And when as they do so, they just look up and say, "So, they didn't hurt you, right?
The what?
They didn't hurt you, right?"
Well, the crabs, no.
Yeah, you were really quick. You were able to get out of there, like, no problem. I gotta pick up a few things from you.
You know, when you're the middle child, you learn to move fast.
What does that mean?
It means you learn to move fast when you have siblings chasing after you.
Oh. Well, why would you want to run away from your siblings for?
How exactly do you want that list? Do you want it alphabetically, chronologically, or by issue?
Whatever is the easiest.
So you know how let's say Dad makes dessert and then you want to make sure you get a piece of it, but you have 4 other siblings that are also wanting a piece of it, so you have to move fast to get it first.
Why not just share? This is there for everyone gets a piece.
You evidently have not seen my siblings eat.
Oh no. That's it. They're just chit-chatting while they're resting.
And he's feeding berries.
Oh yeah, watching berries. Of course, no name yet. Having no name yet with them.
While we are sitting where we are sitting, can I just look around where some of the crabs and stuff were? Basically, I just want to poke the ground a bit, see how they get there. Do they have little holes that they travel into, etc.? Nothing strenuous. I'm just more curious than anything else.
Yeah, make me a survival check.
Okay. Nah, I don't find anything, I think, with 7.
You're not sure. You definitely have seen and recognized they seem to have some method of traveling underground, and it seems to be rather fast. Yeah. Right? Some creatures can do so, but it will slow them down. You notice that it didn't seem to slow them down very much. Mm-hmm. They were at least as fast, if not faster, underneath the ground.
Says I'm sort of poking some of the spots with my double-bladed axe there. I'll say out loud, do you reckon they have holes in the mountain or something? They were really speedy, but I can't find any sign or anything. I'm just curious. I've never come across these things before. They were interesting.
You don't know.
I mean, a person has to think a cave would have, mountain's gonna have. I mean, we've seen it's got caves, but I wonder how deep they go.
That's probably where some of the monsters are.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
Well,
I would recommend being.
Oh, I was just going to say we could just write it in our version 2.0. I was originally going to call this Slate Wings Encyclopedia 2.0, but then if I'm doing all the work, I feel like I should add my name onto it too. Right?
You could call it something like the actually correct monster manual.
Brea kind of chuckles a bit at that. I don't want to get in trouble. I like the way you think.
Brea Chiran's Encyclopedia of Monsters Revised.
You're a genius, thank you. And they kind of write down the top.
Could we just put in brackets at the bottom true facts just to push the point home?
Why is it revised if this is the first one that you've written?
Well, the first one this is originally a Slate Wings one, but it's missing so much information where we're just okay, well, we got to add a lot to it. So that's why it's revised.
Yes, but
right?
But if you're creating the book now, that means it would be your book, which means it's the first copy. It's not being revised.
It's an unintended slight.
I suppose it could be a response.
Brea just looks dumbfounded because they're wow, this is why I did it, don't they?
Are you still expecting for the Slate Wings to pay you for your work?
But no, this is for me. I can maybe sell it as well if other people are interested, but the Slakelings were asking for this. I just feel like it should have the information if it's meant to be an encyclopedia.
Rhea
Slakelings
Chiron's
are asking for
encyclopedia of animals, both domestic and magical.
How are you so smart?
I believe he's a wizard.
I'm
yeah, that makes sense.
legitimately a wizard.
True. Hey, Brea has no idea that they have no idea that wizard is tied to intelligence, so they just think like, oh, okay, they just do my studies.
be clear, the Slatewings were wanting an updated manual, and they were offering, I believe, a magic item for improvements.
Wait, they were?
Really? This is Adrian saying really, because I didn't write that down.
Yeah, I didn't. Me neither. I was just like, oh, okay.
It was part of Kashad's downtime. It's something that he specifically learned about, which he is now telling you.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this before. No.
That is also very possible.
Not this one.
It was it the thing. It was like, yeah, well, sure.
Because our brain was like, oh, okay. I had no idea they were. Wait, so they want me to do all the work? But does this feel right? Am I being taken advantage of?
You craft magical items yourself?
No, I don't know how to do that.
Is it different from simply working any other job for any other employer? Are we taking advantage of the Slatewings by having them deliver us here?
Oh. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, I will keep working on to this. Wait, so does that mean we don't change the name?
Maybe this is where that revised comes in.
Oh, okay.
As long as your name gets on the publishing list, like your name is on the title or something along those lines. Otherwise, I wouldn't feel right for you.
That's why I kind of thought I was giving them all the information, then my name wouldn't be on there. I was like, well, that doesn't seem right. But as long as my name is on there, that I helped it. I'm okay then.
Yeah. Speaking of help, possessed troll. How are we feeling about this? Troll demon spirit? Like, what is this thing?
Oh, I don't know about that. Who knows about that?
Do I know anything about this, Dungeon Master?
Unlikely, but possible.
I don't know. You tell me. I don't know. I'm on the roll for
Do you have a check that you can argue to me fits better than Arcana? Because I know you hate rolling these, but
I feel like I've accepted that I ask the questions for a certain type of role, but maybe history. If anything like this has ever shown up before in the country's history.
is that
Either one.
Is that a different role for you?
No, it's the same. So it's either one.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, go ahead and roll.
17.
Would you like historical information or Arcana-based information?
You are kind of based information.
You know that spirits tend to come from entities that have chosen to hang on and cling to life for whatever reasons they might have. With a 17 ascending up the list, you also know that they tend to be difficult to affect without magical weapons. And you would know that certain kinds of elemental damage they tend to be resistant to because of their body, because of the makeup of their body. And you wouldn't know details, but you know that they have some method of traveling between planes.
Well, I don't know too much information about them. Like other spirits, I suppose, it will be difficult to harm them without appropriate weaponry. I believe your bow should be more than enough for the moment, Aubria, but for you, Shay, your sword may need to be modified, or you may need to focus on your magic. They may attempt to escape into one of the other worlds, and some elemental damages may be ineffective.
I do have a question then, my lord. If these things are that slippery and difficult to hit, or without the aid of magic, without having a decent rest, I'm afraid that my choices of what I can do for everyone and to affect the spirit are quite limited. I can focus on being in the front and giving my weapon a bit of holy damage, if that would assist. Or I can attempt to boost everyone's spirits a little bit, making their odds of being able to strike the thing a little bit better. But I don't know if that is going to be able to still deal damage if this thing is not affected by non-magic. Or I can just get angry and keep hitting it.
As for your magic, for now, it may be best to wait and see what our enemy is capable of. It's too early, and there's too little information for me to give you a more specific answer.
Very well.
It may be a good idea to not reveal too much of your capabilities. We still have not determined if our new traveling companion is friend or foe, but we should be careful nonetheless.
Very true. Speaking of our new companion, DM, the clothing style that this person is wearing, are there any kind of emblems or anything that would stand out as to denote where this person might be from?
Roll me a religion check.
No, I always make paladins that don't choose proficiency in religion, but, you know, it's the way it is. Hey, I rolled a 15.
Pretty good. So there's good news and bad news. The good news is you recognize the holy symbol that they're wearing, and you know that it is an archaic, not used symbol for one of the deities that is native to your like local religions, but you can't remember which one, because these elements that you've spoken with the priests when you were learning some of the vague details of what might be required to do your duties back in the day, sort of blended together when it came to the specifics of things that, to be quite honest, you wouldn't have expected to encounter very often, if ever. So it doesn't give you a specific deity, but you do potentially get some other information about the individual from that.
So, based upon that, would it be safe to surmise that I don't believe they're native to our continent?
I did not say that, but it's a reasonable assumption. So if that's what you think, then
that's what I'm asking, yeah.
If that's what you think, then it's a fair conclusion.
Okay. I mean, I'm not going to say that because it's more just for Jethrin's own curiosity or anything.
Otherwise, the rest of, so that was like specifically to the symbol, just like a casual, you know, what you can kind of notice, like glancing and just thinking about what is she wearing. Very plain and unassuming clothing. Certainly not anything that belies any sort of like noble station or large quantity of wealth.
Okay.
All right. Sounds like I guess we're done with the short rest.
And as you all are kind of packing your things together, putting everything up, with the short rest coming to a close, making sure that books are stowed back away, and making sure that you're not leaving behind too obvious of signs of your passing, right? You don't want to have like, oh, someone obviously came here and sat for like a long period of time. As this happens and you kind of get all of your things back together, I need perception checks from everyone.
Then 11.
6.
15.
24.
4 is very good. Timmons?
Okay,
No, they got Timmons.
I got a 5.
I believe, was that Aubrey is the only one over 20? Yeah, okay. Aubrey, you're the only one who senses it at this moment. It's kind of weird. It's not like the earthquake when you felt that weird earthquakey feeling the other day. Remember the slight tremors that you had like back at home? Mm-hmm. It's not really like that. It's more like literally the sand moving underneath you. So it feels a little bit like your body is shaking, but it's because there's ever so subtle adjustments to the sand sinking and falling, 5-10 grains, just very minor, but just enough for you to pick up on as you're very aware of your surroundings.
Okay, so it's not similar to one of our first episodes where that giant earth elemental like came through the underground and sparked up and, it tried to attack us in our carriage, right? Was it that one?
No,
okay.
Not like that either.
Okay.
That was like very intense, localized tremors. Mm-hmm. The what you experienced at your home when there was sort of the general earthquake the other day, that was more like broad and minor tremors. Mm-hmm. So like you could feel the shaking, but you could also look and notice like the bookshelves are shaking across the street. The foundation of that building is like wavering ever so slightly. So that was like a little bit different too. This is more like, it doesn't feel like shaking. You can feel the ground adjusting slightly underneath you.
Okay. Brea will look towards the group and says, There's something moving underneath us.
I wonder if it's more crabs.
Could be. I guess Brea would try to do maybe like a survival check to see if they could be able to track what it may be.
I'm gonna say it's too minor at the moment. You probably wouldn't be able to track it with just what you had. It's just that probably also indicates that it's like not super close, right? That's why you can't kind of tell. But you would guess that it's either a large creature moving in the area or a small creature moving far below you, if that makes sense.
I see. Okay. All right. So they will keep that in mind. They'll definitely be keeping an eye out on the ground, of course, close to the group as well as far away to see if they can be able to notice any pickup in terms of ground movements or along those lines as they start walking.
I've casted Mage Armor.
Okay. Anybody else have actions?
Just as we're walking, unless we've stopped, I will speak to Nezra. Nezra, was it? Yes?
Hmm?
Your name is Nezra, correct?
Yes.
Is there any title I should address you by, or just Nezra is all right?
Just Nezra. I don't even have a last name.
Interesting. Mrs., Miss, Ms., neither?
You know, I'm not married, but I don't so much mind, I guess, any of those. Whatever suits your fancy, sir.
Good to know. I just like to be respectful as much as possible. This spirit thing that we are fighting, any extra precautions we should take care of on the way there? Or will you be leading this charge, as it seems to be your quarry?
I'm afraid that I will not be able to join you in the fight directly. I will do what I can to support you, but I must cast a spell to ensure that the creature remains trapped in the cave and cannot escape.
Fair. What would you be able to provide then in the way of support?
It should be something to... Well, it's difficult to explain. Rejuvenate you a bit, bolster your resolve.
All right.
You'll feel just generally stronger.
I'm having a hard time imagining how I could feel stronger, but that would be that seems fantastic. Thank you.
Well, certainly you were a young boy once, right? You've grown stronger since then, I would suppose.
Indeed. I just imagine it's one of those things where a person is not often aware of their own progress.
Often not. That is true.
So, do we expect this entity to be still possessing the corpse of this troll, or is it going to be spectral, or...
I don't believe so. I believe it will be spectral. I definitely killed the troll that was causing issues, but then I was surprised and attacked by its spirit. I perhaps could have fought it off, but as you can tell, I was quite injured in just trying to escape. So I was concerned that I would not survive the encounter being alone.
Well, battle tactics are very necessary in many things, so...
I apologize. I'm not sure that I adequately addressed your question. It should be the spirit of the troll that I've killed once. Hopefully, once we kill it again, that shall be the last time.
Do you feel... I'm imagining all this is still happening, walking and talking, if that's okay. Do you... I mean... what will cause a spirit to come back is the thing. And what kind of unfinished business might a troll have? Is it just angry that you killed it?
Perhaps. Or an ages-old grudge, potentially. Perhaps involvement in darker magics prior to its death.
Well, we know it had a drum in its cave, so maybe you've just interrupted it writing its epic ballad or opus, and now he will never get to finish, and he just wants to finish his drum solo.
There wasn't a drum in the cave.
Was this a green giant-like entity that you killed?
Yes.
I will look to Miss Timmons. There was a drum being played by the troll? Yes?
Oh, the green giant thing. Yes, there was a drum there. If Ms. Nezra says that there was no drum there, possibly there's more than one troll, yes?
To ensure you, the player, have clarity, Jethrin, you are heading up the mountain, not back down towards that troll that you've seen previously.
Mm-hmm. You already passed
So this
that place.
is a different thing.
Yeah. You're being led up towards a presumably different cave.
Ah, okay.
You know Aga is living on the mountain. You know of the green troll as well, and you passed, I think it was 2 or 3 other caves to get to Aga's cave originally.
Okay.
On the path that we're on right now, will we go past Aga's cave?
You've gone up from there already.
Oh, so I thought we were going down because I thought the crabs were in the valley.
I also thought we went down.
Were you going
to
down?
The crabs.
Yes, the crabs were in the valley.
You did go down.
Mm-hmm.
You could continue going down. That would lead you back to August Cave. We should have been more clear about the direction after we ended the short rest. Nezra would be trying to lead you all up. But if you wanted to go back to August Cave, that would be continuing further down.
I'm going to say that Jethrin probably just says...
Wait, no, hold on. Let me think about this. My brain. You definitely would need to pass by her cave again as you're going back up. Because you went down from her cave. Thus, if you decide to go up, you would go back to her cave. Otherwise, you would be heading down and you would pass by some of the other random caves with unknown occupants that you pass by on the way to August Cave from the Green Troll's cave.
I would just like to suggest that we give Olga her mushrooms.
That's probably a good plan.
It doesn't have to be a big deal, but I would feel bad if we went through all of this and then didn't give her mushrooms because we decided to die at the hands of a spirit patrol.
That would be most unfortunate.
Okay.
On the plus side, likely more mushrooms would grow where we fell.
Suppose that would mean more crabs, too.
I imagine so.
So is the plan to head it down towards August Cave?
Up
towards August Cave, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah. You're there. Outside.
Oh, yeah. Tim is the only one that can speak to her.
So are we giving all of the mushrooms to Aga, or does anyone want to keep some for themselves?
Oh, the mushroom was also required. Oh, not required. The mushroom was also part of what they were asking for. So we had to keep some for us and then some for Olga.
They did ask for a mushroom, that is true. So do I do like half and half?
Well, the creatures weren't that dangerous. I suppose we could just hunt some more of them as well.
For sure.
Oh, sorry, your business, so I'll stay out of it.
Our new companion makes a point that these are not necessarily the only mushrooms we will get.
Well,
true.
I guess just to be safe, maybe we could do half now and half later, and then we find some more, then we can split those up.
I am in agreement with Obrea and your initial statement, Ms. Timmons.
All right. I will take 10 mushrooms. And I will take them to Uga.
Yeah.
It's going to be a very quick, like, hi, bye. Maybe this is not enough. Don't know how much you were expecting. Gotta go.
You speak with her. She says, this should make 4, 5 antidote. Good.
I will try to bring more again.
Yes, more mushroom.
Okay.
Very good.
Huh. Thank you, Elgar.
You be safe, yes?
Yes.
Human slow. She kind of like laughs and starts sorting the mushrooms.
Oh my gosh, I almost call myself Nezra. As Timmons goes back outside, I think the thing that's really on Timmons' head is that like she can do nothing about spirits. None. She has no magical capabilities, no weapons other than her fists. And like the whole time she's doing a pretty good job, I think, of like being chill about it, but like there's quite a bit of panic of like, we're going to do this thing that I can't protect them from kind of thing.
Well, you could, just via other means, I guess.
I mean, I'm going to be as much of it like a human shield as I can. But like, outside of that, what will I do? Aga says it was good that she could make a number of potions and that we should bring more.
She's quite a sweetheart, isn't she?
I have never been so instantly smitten with a person as I am with her. That is definitely true.
I wish I could communicate with her.
Next goal, we learn giant.
Sorry, just one thing. I know I said I was going to stay out of your business, but you have, presumably, it seems, agreed to help me with a rather daunting task. So it seems like it would be quite selfish for me to hold this back. I have collected a few mushrooms of my own. If you have use of them, you can certainly have them.
Thank you. That's appreciated.
We'll deal with this troll spirit before accepting any such gifts.
It's really no trouble, but I respect that level of honor.
Walking and talking, hopefully still.
Nezra will remember this.
Yeah. Tell, click.
Miss Nezra, I do have a question. I can't quite place the holy symbol that you're wearing. I was just sort of wondering what parts you hail from.
Well, that is a longer story for another time.
Are you secretly a Telonian spy?
Telonian?
Well, you're not wanting to tell us where you might be from, and I thought you might recognize our style of garb.
I'm afraid you don't. You may have misunderstood my line of questioning. I don't know what a Telonian is.
It's a country on our continent.
Must be to the north. I haven't made my way north, unfortunately. Mostly been to the southern parts, doing a few...
Some weird alarm going off in my building. Can you hear it?
Mm-hmm. That's okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna mute.
a little bit. But that's all right. Do not wish that upon anyone, Ree. Why?
It has stopped, thankfully. Maybe they were just testing it.
Maybe.
I believe Telonia is to the west, actually.
West of here is the sea.
Yes, and before the sea is Telonia. I mean, northwest, but
DM, I assume I have seen a map of the continent before, correct?
we are currently southwest on our
I will
continent.
move you all temporarily.
I mean, Kashad has presumably seen a map of the continent before.
Yes, you would roughly know the details of this map.
Then I will use a minor illusion to create a 5-foot holographic, I guess, illusion. It's a map that it looks like one of those sports maps, and you can maneuver stuff, and you'll put like a little light where they are now.
Huh.
Not been here long.
Sir, Lord?
That will be fine for now.
Which one?
It's fine for now. There's no need for that if you aren't even aware that the country exists.
Okay. Well, I can assure you I'm not a spy from that country, as I've only just learned of it. Should I be worried about spies trying to find us?
I was making fun because you were being semi-secretive. I was just wondering where you were from.
Oh, overseas, but the details are, well, a long story.
And also, yes, you should be worried about spies. There's a war.
Goodness.
Technically speaking, we're in another country, so that are we spies right now?
We're not at war here.
No, yeah, that's true. Except with one group of people, apparently.
That is more of a disagreement.
Well, I will keep my eyes peeled for any spies, should I see them.
One quick question. OOC, is it all right if we just do a slight retcon? Because I forgot, I had this question last episode and I forgot to ask it while we were next to Aga, but I was wondering if we could just have a quick scene where Albrea could ask about the fire hair.
Okay.
I completely forgot.
Flashback to a bit ago when Timmons went to deliver the gifts and Abrea went in running. Wait,
Wait. I have a question. Could you ask her why?
Weird words.
I recognize that one. That one kind of, I just heard it a lot of times. They'll look towards Timmons and say, can you ask her why they call Shay fire hair when Shay and I has the same hair color?
I mean, I can certainly try. I'll go. I think Nezra. Man, I've done it again. Timmons is. It's just because I miss Nezra so much. Timmons is like takes a moment to try and figure out how she could possibly put that in Goblin, and it takes a little while, I think, for her to get all of her words in the order before she's like, okay. Young Master Abrea wants to know, why is Shay the fire hair one and not Young Master Abrea?
Because one is fire hair, the other is not.
Basically, Abrea, Shay is fire haired and you are a redhead.
What's the difference? What is fire hair?
I mean, to my visuals, I don't really. Olga, could you explain what you mean by fire hair?
Roll me an insight check, Timmons.
Okie doke. See what I get. I got a natural 20 for a 29.
So you
Well.
know with certainty, if not how to solve the problem, exactly what the problem is. You recognize that you can know a lot of words and you can pick up on a lot of words, but that does not mean that you know every single translation. And you gather that fire-haired in this context actually means something to giants that use this language other than what can be conveyed by the direct literal translation. So the reason she keeps repeating the word is because to her it means something specific that you just cannot pick up on. And it's kind of like a concept, right? Like it is that thing.
As someone who picked up Japanese, I completely understand this.
Yeah, no, I feel it. So I'll turn to Aubrey and be like, oh, it was my fault. I didn't understand. It was a bad translation. It doesn't have to do actually with your hair.
Oh, so wait, so Aga can see something special about Shay. What does she see?
Well, I don't know because I don't know what the word means.
Can she show us with her magic?
I mean, I feel I am concerned, young Master Obrea, that I am asking questions about Shay that are perhaps not my business.
Oh, is this supposed to be a secret?
I don't know, but I'm not sure that it's the right way to find out if we are asking questions about Shay and not with Shay. You understand?
Yes, let me go get Shay real quick. I'll be right
Well,
back.
that's not what I.
Oh, yeah. and they run over to her.
Well, how on earth are you able to stuff that entire thing in your mouth?
Shay. Okay.
What?
Can you come with us real quick, please? We have questions, and it's about you. And we want to make sure you're there so you know all the answers.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. And then they'll try to take your head and then run over and see, like, okay, we have
The most confused, like looking at Keshawn and Jethrin, like, what the heck is going on here?
And so they'll pull Shay inside, like, okay. So we discovered. So wait, first before we go forward, is there anything special about you that you haven't told us yet, or you want to keep a secret?
No.
Okay.
Over Obrea's shoulder, you just see an incredibly apologetic Timmons that is just like mouthing the words, "I am so sorry."
All you're getting is confused wizard noises.
So we think Aga could see something special about you because we were asking why they were calling you fire hair when we and you have the exact same hair color, and then Tim has discovered it's not about the hair, but it's about a concept, and so it's something special that she could specifically see. But we didn't want to ask about you when you're not there because that didn't seem right. So we want to see if we can find out why you're special.
It could be maybe she's sensing the fact that I do a lot of fire magic.
Oh, I just wanted to see if we could ask her so she could tell us what she sees.
All right. I'm pretty sure it's just the fire magic.
Okay. See? Yeah, we're good. And then I look towards Tim. It's like, okay, that could be it too. Do you think she can show us like a magic poof of like what she's referring to?
No. Olga, I don't understand the word fire hair.
Human are slow. Aga say again, fire hair is fire hair.
Yes, no, I understand the words. I don't understand the meaning.
Yes, it is fire hair.
Could you show me like a picture of what that means?
No.
Is it because of magic? Like, Shay does quite good magic, actually.
That's the only word Shay picks up.
Yes, magic.
Oh, something to do with your magic. Seems to be the answer.
Probably the fact I do a lot of fire magic.
Possibly.
Wow, she can see that you do a lot of fire magic. How could she see that?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm singed somewhere. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, wow, that is so cool. Wait, does she see Kashai? Because Kashai has the tentacles.
I don't know if we should talk about Master Kashad's tentacles.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Hear the words.
Let's test. Let's ask her if she sees me in nature.
To be honest, I understand what they're saying, and they're still weird words. What are your plans for today, Olga? What are you doing after this? I am going to make conversation with Olga that has nothing to do with any magic.
I'll go go hunt rocks, maybe.
Nice. Very nice. Could you do me a favor and point at young Master Abrea really quick?
I'll go point at young Master Aubrey.
Beautiful, beautiful. And then just one more time, after you hunt rocks, what will you do?
I'll go probably make rocks into powder.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. I'm really hoping that we will be able to rejoin you in time for dinner. We will bring some food, obviously. Anything that you like? Oh, sorry. Could you point at Shay and then at Obrea?
I'll go like deer while pointing at Shay and then pointing at Abrea.
Perfect. If we see any deer, I will definitely bring that along with us. We do have to go, though, so thank you so much. Oh,
yes.
Rhea, I have so much to tell you.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Olga. You're amazing. And on the road, on the way up to where we're going, I am going to weave a tale.
Straight up gaslight.
I'm going to rely on everything that I know about Abrea's specialties, and I'm going to talk about how she could see his aura, or their aura, sorry. She could see their aura and tell how good they are with nature, and I'm going to weave it.
Meanwhile, Jethro and Kashad and the rest are outside. I'm like, so what are your hopes and dreams and stuff?
Need to keep moving soon. Many things to do.
All right. I guess we get back up.
Okay. You start heading up the mountain. Continue your ascent. Absolutely. I need another round of perception checks.
It's better.
Ooh, this was
14.
good. This was a 14.
23.
Yay! Thank you, Shay.
Very
Or
good, Shay.
17.
14.
Okay, Shay and Timon so far. Anybody else 15 or above? No?
Yeah, I rolled bad on that one.
Excellent. Well, not excellent, but you know. Okay. Aubrey, you can still sense it. You can tell it's getting worse. Shay, you're also picking up on it a bit now. The sand is moving subtly underneath you, but not from like the other people walking around you, from something that's like shaking it loose under your feet.
I get this. I get the shaking thing now.
Is it traveling with us?
Is whom?
Is the shaking traveling with us?
Yes.
Oh, that's quite worrying.
I guess we should walk carefully and just keep maybe slower pace down a little bit, just in case anything jumps out of the ground.
I'll be looking.
Like to recommend that we avail ourselves to any rocky terrain so that we can have a handhold or a foothold, as it were.
Is that possible, Nezra, on the path upwards?
I'm so sorry. I was thinking about something else. What was that?
Is there a way to get where we're going that's a bit more rocky on the path than on the actual path?
I suppose. It's a bit dangerous to go climbing this high up. Certainly.
Well, it's just that there might be some weird things under the ground here that might pop up, so we thought maybe they can't pop through rocks.
Well, that's definitely possible. Okay, are we going climbing?
Are we going climbing, everybody?
I would like to cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay. Whose thoughts are you trying to sense?
I am going to sense if there is, what is the exact phrase? If there are thinking creatures within 30 feet of me, specifically if it's a 30-foot sphere, 15 feet below me.
Oh, okay. You do not sense any thoughts that are unexpected. But everyone else can go ahead and give you surface level thoughts for funsies. Shay, what are your surface level thoughts right now?
What in the world can Barry's continuously stick that much of an apple in his mouth? He's got a tiny little mouth. Like, what the heck? Also, I don't like the sand. Why is there sand? Why is it moving? This is why I should have stayed at home.
Catherine.
Seems really weird she doesn't want to tell us the name of her country. I mean, it's not like I was asking, what color her underclothes are or, like what's your favorite partner or something. I just want to know where she's from. It's very secretive, very strange.
Yeah.
Albrea is repeating the mantra of the monk steps that they learned from the kata that they learned last night. So I'm presuming that they have like particular names as associated with it. So they're like thinking of the image in their head, and it's like this leads to that, and that leads to this, and okay. And they're just repeating that over and over again. So next time when they get to try it again, they'll be able to hopefully do a bit better job and show improvement.
Timmons.
It is just one phrase over and over again. How do I keep them safe? How do I keep them safe? How do I keep them safe?
And Nezra's surface level thoughts are completely empty. Not like it's being hidden from you. Like there's just none. Peace, calm. And no, that probably is not normal.
Very well, let's move carefully. Not exactly excited about the idea of climbing, but moving closer to the rocks would be good. We need to move further up, we can, but there's no need to risk our safety for potential issues.
A question. Because I have forgotten. How tall is Kashad again?
6'4".
Okay, so not too much shorter than Jethron, which is all right. And what kind of frame are we talking about here? How heavy?
220.
220. would it be conceivable that I don't know what your athletics are like? That's the thing. I know that Abra is very jumpy and acrobatic and stuff. I'll ask this in character. Master Kashad, if we are going to be climbing, would you prefer to be tethered to myself in case of accident?
Perhaps I have a potential way of dealing with that issue, but I would rather not deal with it.
All right. Well, then perhaps we can just tie a bit of a rope loop between the two of us.
Oh, I should have done this before. Abra's going to cast primeval awareness, so therefore they can detect within a 1 mile location if there's any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead.
All of the expected things are there. Nothing unexpected is.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. That's good. They will say anything because there's nothing to make awareness for, so they just keep that in mind.
I shall take out the rope from my pack and just, when we get to climbing, just try and do like a nice loopy loop around myself and around Kashad.
I'm getting mixed signals. Are we climbing or are we not climbing?
I believe we're climbing.
Yeah, we're climbing, right?
I was suggesting we go towards the mountain, and then if stuff happens, then we'll start climbing the actual mountain.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Oh, okay. Sure, we're doing that then.
It gets bad enough that you're all able to feel it, and Timmons, your dagger lights up as you all continue walking on a few hundred feet.
Get up the sand now.
Okay.
On the rocks.
I still don't
Athletics
sense anything
or-
in the dungeon, mister.
Everyone can feel it now. You do not detect thoughts, though, no.
Would you say athletics or acrobatics?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, whichever your preference is to get out of the way.
All right.
21, and hopefully, do I still have the time to do the rope thing for Kashad and I?
Ooh, okay.
You're tying yourself to Kashad?
Yeah, just like a bit of slack so that if he does fall off, I can catch. You know, I will be able to hold on.
Yeah, I mean, you can say that you had already prepared that since you were
Okay.
waiting by the wall.
Sweet. 21 for athletics.
14 for acrobatics.
Where?
15 for athletics.
Okay, so who didn't make 15?
Kashad.
Oh wait, can I re-roll then if 15 is?
You can, yeah. 15 is the DC.
I rolled the exact same number. Alright, so still 14.
So place yourself onto the cliff ledge where you would like to be.
Cliff ledge.
What do we define as the ledge?
Outside of the normal path area here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I would be like ahead of Kashad because he's attached me with a rope, so I'm definitely higher up than him.
I guess I'm probably with Shay, so probably right there, I guess.
Timmons? What did you get?
I got 23.
So where would you like to be?
Between the rest of the house and the sand. If Kashad didn't make it very far up, I will go next to Kashad.
So like there?
Is that... yeah, I'm a little confused about where the...
I think that's on the sand.
That is on the sand. Nezra is right here.
Oh, for some reason it shows me that she's one further square down.
Strange.
Yeah.
Likewise.
Well, wherever Kashad is, I'm one other square.
Okay.
Actually,
3D maps.
Actually,
You're on your countdown timer now, Timmons. 10.
yeah, I'm done. I'll go next to Abrea since Abrea is not with Jethrin.
Okie dokie. And up comes a large and in charge version of the crabs that you all had seen earlier.
Tastes like crab, looks like people.
Chad is annoyed.
I will mark you all onto the turn tracker.
I guess I'll use D&D Beyond for initiative this time. But even D&D Beyond betrays me for initiative.
I will make
That's
initiative.
if we're rolling initiative. Yeah. If we are, I rolled an 8.
Yep. Go ahead and add your initiatives to the tracker.
All right.
16.
I clearly inputted a number.
Yes.
Thank you.
Chad's annoyance is spurring him faster ahead this time. It's dimming so fast.
We'll need Abrea's initiative.
Yeah, I keep typing it and then it keep. There we go. All right, now.
Is it like a paladin and cleric curse? It seems to be so. It's because I always multi-class into paladin, then I get low initiative rolls.
Timmons, it is your move.
Don't like that. Don't like that. Don't like that at all. In terms of movement, do I have to come off the path in order to move over here, or can I just kind of climb through everybody to get to this crab?
You are in difficult terrain on the cliffside, but you can move it.
Yeah, so my movement speed is 40, with 40 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20. In difficult terrain, I could get here, yeah? Or here. Both of them. 5, 10, 15.
It's technically no, because so the reason is basically moving through one of your companions is double difficult terrain. So you're at 1/4 movement moving through a companion.
Okay, I can go all the way around this thing and still do the exact same thing if I get off of the thing. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's even 35. I'm gonna move one more, make it 40.
Yes, it turns out that maneuvering yourself on a rocky cliffside is very difficult.
Yeah.
But totally valid.
While I'm moving, do I see any signs that there's any other giant crabs that are fixing to pop up?
What did you get on your perception check?
23.
You're fairly certain that you didn't detect anything else.
Okay, I'm gonna attack. Let's see what we got going here. Start with the spear. 14 to hit.
Does not hit.
Okay. I'm going to flurry of blows. That first one misses.
Yep.
That's
That
14.
also misses.
None of them hit.
Oh,
Yep. That's super cool. I haven't taken my unarmed... No, I can't take an unarmed strike. Wait, hold on. Let me double check. I have 2 attack actions. I should have taken another spear attack at the beginning.
You can still take another spear attack now.
Okay. That's even worse. I do 4 attacks against this crab and don't get anywhere close to hitting it.
Ooh.
You know, it's kind of awkward because it obviously has like a hard shell, but this one's a lot bigger, so it's also kind of high up in the air. You're kind of needing to like angle your attack your attacks upwards, and it's super awkward.
I think also like Timmons has been so scared of not being able to fight this spirit. It's like, oh no, I can fight a crab, and just goes completely the other way with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you're like in your own head a little bit. So like the first one's like a legitimate miss, and then you're like, wait, crap, maybe I can't fight this crab either. And like a little bit of mental there. Anyway, Brea.
Brea is just going to use their action to use one of their wild shapes to bring out their wild companion, which will be it's still daylight, right? Or is it? It's still daylight time, right? I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it'll be a hawk. And then they're going to allow their hawk. Who is next on the tracker? They'll give Kashad the help action for their attack. Wait, yeah, help action. Is that it?
Mm-hmm. Where can I find a little bird?
Little Hawky.
Familiar since summons. There you go.
Thank you.
And I will give you controlled by and there you go. Hawkeye the hawk.
Well played, good sir. Well played.
And is that your full action?
Yeah, because there's an action to call it out. The only thing I can do for the side is the bonus action. It's the reaction for their side to do the help action. But yeah, that's it for me.
Okay, Kashad.
I will cast Tasha's Mind Whip.
Okay, and that is an int save.
It is.
Does a 16 pass?
16, no. My save is a 17.
Oh.
Well, I'm going to be gracious here and say that even though it was a natural 20, then it will fail. Go ahead and roll damage.
It's kindness.
Oh.
I am even more concerned. 10 points of psychic damage, and it can't take a reaction until the end of the next turn. And on the next turn, it has to choose whether it moves, takes an action, or a bonus action. It only gets one.
Okay.
Then I will move away from this to this direction. Fine. You'll move over here.
How much rope did you give, Kashad?
Like, what did you tie up?
We have 50 feet of rope.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that's taking unless Jethrin has cut his rope previously. It should.
We have 50 feet of rope. I would want to make sure that we're going to be climbing, so there can't be too much slack between us, but there has to be some slack, so we don't want to get caught in rocks or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I'm imagining we tied it in such a way that there could be about 20 feet of slack between us.
Mm.
And I just moved 5 feet back.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm gonna get off 5, 10, 15. I think I can get here because I have 30 feet of movement, and I'm gonna smack it with a firebolt.
I should have gave you advantage.
Go ahead and roll.
It's only an 11.
Yeah, I definitely
Does not hit. Jethrin.
Yes. All right. I still have 4 javelins left. I'm gonna just try and chuck a javelin at it. What is my range in that? It should be within range. Yeah, 30, 120. That's the range there. So I'm going to try to chuck a javelin at it. They really need to create a ranged paladin. I don't think the first one hits with the 13.
That's not enough.
I don't think we've hit its AC yet.
Sorry, I apologize. Are Jethro and I flanking this thing?
I'm still on the mountain. I haven't gotten off.
I'm asking how large is the creature?
It's large sized.
So conceivably we are flanking it?
Is that how flanking works? I don't.
I mean, we are on opposite ends of it from each other.
Yes, but so the diagonals make it kind of weird because there's supposed to be like a specific, like, you can draw a line through it to the other square, which is like why this works and this works. This line, like, kind of goes through not this side where it's supposed to go through to be flanking. So I think to flank large, you need to be there. Or Jethro needs to be here.
I don't think I can move up because we have the rope between Kashad and I.
Oh, you say you got 20 feet of movement.
If you have 20 feet of slack, you can definitely move up.
Oh, okay. Well, then could I have moved a little bit before to flank?
Sure. Just let's pay attention to what's going on.
Okay. All right. Then I'll roll that one again.
Yeah,
That one, I'm pretty sure hits with a dirty 20.
that does hit.
Okay. So the first javelin hits. Doesn't do a ton of damage, but some damage is better than no damage. Oh, I rolled full on that. So 10 points damage with the first javelin.
Are you throwing them or stabbing?
I'm throwing them.
Okay. So making a ranged attack from a square right next to them imposes disadvantage on you.
Up on the cliff side, so does that count?
Like, conceivably, you could be up and out of the way, but if that were the case, then you also wouldn't be flanking.
That's fine, then I'll take it without flanking, because I don't want to come down.
So
I want the high ground.
The second javelin hits.
Okay, that's fine. So then I've done 10 points damage to it. As a bonus action, I have something that can assist people here. Oh gosh, where did it go? Here, bonus actions. Yeah, I'll just do... Is this thing within 10 feet of me?
Yep.
All right, I'll do a daunting roar. So, DC 15 wisdom saving throw will become frightened of me until the end of my next turn.
It is frightened of you.
Great. So it cannot move towards me. Yeah, and it has disadvantage when it can see me, as far as I understand. Non-fight related question. How do you spell Kurt Spiderglade's first name with a C or a K?
C.
Okay, good. I'm just creating the actual magical item so I can have it attuned and I can remember it. I am
Anything else?
done.
So Nezra calls down holy fire, but somehow, even probably because it's frightened, this thing manages to skitter its legs just out of the way to avoid being smashed by this holy fire. And then it's going to be the crab's action. It disappears under the ground and reappears over here next to Shay.
However, the last time the crowds did burrowing attacks, you allowed attacks of opportunity with disadvantage because they were leaving our threat range.
Specifically because you have a spear. So yes, you may.
Okay.
Although you don't have Sentinel, do you?
No, it is something I'm working on in downtime, but I haven't achieved it yet.
Okay. So it's gonna move. Just let me know.
Yeah, that doesn't hit.
What did you roll?
10.
Yeah, that does not hit. Okay. So Jethrin, high or low?
Hi.
Aha, good choice. It can still see you, so it will have disadvantage against Shay.
Okay.
It can't attack Shay.
It moves. You're right. You're right. Tasha's mind whip. Okay, so that will be the end of its turn. And we are going to go to break. So, during the break, obviously, everyone has died during the pause screen. No. We are going back into combat, and Timmons, it is your turn.
You know, Timmons is not a very intelligent person, and right now, her wisdom is not getting the best of her. She is just angry. So the real question is, okay, with my movement, I think I can get here pretty easily. I want to be on sand if I can, but if I have whatever I have to do to get there, that's what I want to do. I'm going to attack, and then we'll see what I'm going to do after those attacks.
Okay.
If one of them doesn't hit, I might just multi-class into Barbarian on the spot.
I would like to rage.
Well, I've got bad news. You rolled 3 times, and the first 2 did not hit, but the third one would have.
No, I only rolled twice. No, I've only rolled once because I rolled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turns, 5 times last turn. Because I made 5 attacks last turn.
What is happening with my roll 20? I'm going to refresh. Proceed.
Okay, I've clicked the roll button once. What I see is a 22 to hit.
22 does hit.
Thank
I can't
the
even
gods.
troll you after all that.
Thank the gods. You know, the 6th time is the charm. That's what they say, right?
I have heard
Okay.
that somewhere.
I've clicked the damage button and nothing has happened. So apparently my damage will not go through. Oh, no, it's rolling now. Oh, I got minimum damage. So that's going to be 4
I've
points of
done it.
damage.
Oh, okay. I
You
rolled
can do
for
it?
you. I rolled for you, and you got 8. So.
Oh, that'd be even better. You know what? You take care of the damage. I'll take care of everything else, which is generally
because
not doing damage.
You rolled it, so we got to go with 4. Unfortunately.
No, that works for me. I will
what,
take
you going again?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Multiple times. So that was my first spear attack. I'll take my second spear attack.
That will hit.
Oh, good. You can see it because I can't. Oh, nice. And then I'll roll the damage. That is max damage, so 11 points of damage. From minimum to maximum.
It annoys me that I can't see your damage rolls. Like, why? What?
I don't. Well, it's like doing the whole rolling it in the thing, and I don't know what's going on because like there's a massive delay too. I click it and then I wait, and then it rolls.
Yeah.
I think Beyond 20 just updated too, so that might also be a thing.
But yeah, that hit. Anything else? You going flurry?
Yeah, I am.
You're just addicted now that you're actually getting some hits in. You're like, let's go.
Yeah. Actually, how hard does it look?
Not bloodied.
Okay, cool. Yes, I'm gonna go flurry blows.
Mm-hmm.
25 to hit. It's almost a natural 20.
That will hit. Oh, that one got messaged to me. 9 damage.
That's wild. Why did that one work but not the spear? Okay.
I don't know.
I am also going to spend an additional key point for Hand of Harm to do necrotic damage on top of that.
Okay. How much necrotic damage?
Did it go into the thingy?
Yes.
Yeah, 9. And then I do have one more flurry of blows to rain down. So
Yep.
15? That's 15.
15 is the armor class. You found it.
Okay.
Oh, finally! You know, from 5 absolute misses to 6 hits, or 5 hits rather. 8 more points for that flurry of blows.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Shay. No, not Shay. Abrea.
All right. So Brea's going to have their hawk give them the help action as they're going to use the sharpshooter feat to give the hit with their bow. Go. And they're going to, we'll see who hits first. Oh, well, that was a natural 20 on the first roll. So I would definitely take that. Let's see. So that would be 2d8. And I'm going to use 2d4 for the favorite flow. All right. Fourth. Uh, 17, 5, 22 plus 10, 32 points of damage for the hit.
What was that to hit roll, out of curiosity?
Natural 20, so it would be a 25.
Oh, natural 20. Well,
Yes.
yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah. All right. And
Anything else?
That's it for me.
It is still not bloodied. Kashad.
Yes, it's a chunky boy. I got expected that.
I'm gonna do it again.
Of course you are. It failed.
It takes 5 points of damage. And all the
Yeah.
other stuff.
Okay.
Right, since it's right in front of him, he's gonna have to blade sing. And then, since it's still right in front of him, he's gonna hit it with a scimitar. For a natural 20.
Yeah!
Roll
2
damage.
natural 20s. Let's go. Let's go.
You do,
Double dice, right? That's what I did.
let's see. I did 14.
14 damage. Now it's bloody.
All right.
Anything else, Shay?
No, nothing.
Okay. Jethrin.
Yes. So first question here, we have 20 feet of slack. Okay, so I would have been pulled down a bit when Kashad moved. Because we are more than 25, there's 25 feet and there's only 20 feet of slack between us. So what would you like me to roll for that to see if I would have fallen off the mountain?
I see him only being 10
10
feet away from you.
yeah.
Oh, it hasn't refreshed. Let me try to refresh here myself. Oh, why roll 20B like that sometimes?
It's weird. We had to have it for Riverwood. That happened to me on Riverwood.
Okay, it's refreshed a bit. All right. Great. So, do I have enough movement to get here? if I move a bit and sort of like jump off the mountain to try land here next to the crab by Miss Timmons?
I don't know. How exactly, what pathway are you wanting to move?
So I am wanting to move down to the square here, just one below me, and then I'm wanting to like sort of leap off the mountain down to here.
So you want to make an athletics check?
I do.
Okay, make an athletics check at disadvantage.
Okay.
The reason you're at disadvantage is because you're trying to do this leap while not getting caught up in your rope.
Does a 17, is that okay?
You pass.
Great.
Well done.
Okay, then I am going to take 2 attacks at it. Am I flanking anyone? No? Okay. All right, so I'm not going to burn a rage. I'm pretty sure. Okay, 11 misses. Ooh, 26 hits with the second one. As I jump off the mountain and I've got the blade sort of swinging, and I miss it with the first one, then bring down the other hand and hit on the head. Oh, shiza. Metal dice on the floor allowed, yo, especially when it's a tiled floor. This is pretty good. I mean, for me anyway. 12 points of slashing damage.
Anything else?
Let's say none of us have taken damage yet, so that's okay. Sure, I will do as a bonus action my Channel Divinity Champion Challenge. It needs to make a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw, or it can't willingly move more than 30 feet away from me.
Fails.
All right. Then that is my go.
Okay. Nezra calls down some prismatic holy fire and deals some damage to it. Shay, my boy, you're in a bit of trouble.
Oh no.
That is a 20 and a 24 to hit you.
Can I shield?
Does that block them both?
That puts me to 25.
That puts you to 25 AC.
Mm-hmm.
Late song.
Late song.
All right, cast your spell.
Very nice.
And then at the end of its turn, I need Timmons, Kashad, Jethrin, and Abrea to all make me dexterity saving throws.
Oh.
Sorry, something that I want to double check really quick is the crab currently under the effect that Kashad did, where it can only do an action or a movement? And would that change the save?
That's true. He does keep mind whipping it.
Like, I'm not trying to not make the save. I personally, as the note taker, got very confused right now about whether that is still up.
It is still up because he cast it again. Well, this would be, I guess, like a movement. So yeah, I guess Kashad has saved you. Never mind. Nobody needs to make the check. Timmons. You guys keep getting out of stuff unscathed. It's gonna get really nasty.
With the feeling like someone has stepped on my proverbial grave and I have dodged something fierce. I'm just gonna keep wailing on it, because what else can I do? Nothing. I can do nothing else except for just continue to fight. So,
But you are good at this.
That
well,
you are.
right now we're at about 50-50. We'll see. 23.
Well, you are good at it. That does not mean you'll execute. But yes, 23 hits.
That's 6 points of damage. Do it again. 12 misses. I will take 1 unarmed strike. 24 to hit.
Hits.
Additional 4 points of damage.
Done and done.
And that's me. I'm going to stay where I am.
Abrea.
All right, same old same. Have their Hawkeye gives them the help action, and then they're going to,
Hawkeye.
and they're going to go ahead and use their sharpshooter feat. Take 5 off the roll and get plus 10 to damage. So here we go. All right, so the first roll should already hit because that was a 19. Fish for the 20. Oh, I got a 19, but not a natural 20. But okay, so of course 19 on the die, that would be a 20 for the hit. That would definitely hit. I will use, of course, this was a D8 first, and then my D4 for the favor. So, ooh, okay, 8 plus 3, 11, 11 plus 5, 16. 16 plus 10, 26. 26 points of damage.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it for me.
Anything else?
That's it.
Kashad.
Cast Mind Whip at third level.
Of course you do. Well, I mean, it fails. It did not pass on a natural 20. I shouldn't have given that to you, but fair enough.
We whip its mind back and forth. Oh.
How much damage?
11.
Okay. Shit.
Back out with the sword again.
Whack, whack.
Because we're not using spell slots. They're important.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's another natural 20.
Ooh.
Now I'm suspicious of D&D Beyond.
Oh, yeah, because he's trying to. That means once we go against the spirit, oh, that one.
It's 16 damage, but now I'm suspicious.
Yeah, if this was roll 20, I'd be like, okay, roll 20 makes sense because it's always consistent. Either you're always rolling high or you're always rolling low. D&D Beyond almost always screws you over. So 2 nat 20s almost in a row. It's like, wait, what's going on there? Who's working on the algorithm right now?
Hey, D&D Beyond has always been solid.
A what? I almost spit out my Gatorade from that.
That's all I got.
Yeah, that was a bootleg advertisement. We do not endorse false advertisement.
How much damage?
16.
Okay. Jethrin.
I'm going to take 2 swings at this thingamajiggin, and with my great axe, my double-bladed great axe, and just because, why not? I'll roll on D&D Beyond. Why not? Sure.
Just trusted it after those 2 nat 20s.
No, D&D Beyond does not like me, so the second roll I will not use in D&D Beyond. So I thought, let's see, is it being kind to everyone or just to Ari? Just to Ari, but that's okay. So that was a 12. I missed with the first one. Second one just hits with a 15. Whew. Then we roll a 12. That would be 11 points of damage. I have nothing from my bonus action. I am desperately trying not to rage, but I know I have to conserve resources.
Mm-hmm. Like everyone's trying to conserve resources.
Unless we take a long rest.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I still get...
I'm conserving nothing.
Yeah, that's true. You just like, give me that level 1, get that level 1, straight to level 3 for the Mind Whip.
The Mind Whip's level 2.
Oh, gotcha.
And as Nezra calls down holy fires once again, the creature falls.
Woo!
Yo. It was worth 50,000 XP, you say, Zach? What? Shit.
We got a new
was
summon
worth like
material.
6.
Awesome.
It was like 6 experience points. And that's like 6 experience points.
Oh, that was brilliant. Thank you, Kara.
All right.
You all have achieved some experience from this encounter.
Ooh, okay. Oh, Abrea will look towards the others down there and goes like, oh, we can harvest now, right?
I guess. Does it have bigger mushrooms on it? I'm saying this in character and out of character.
Yeah, what type of mushrooms on this giant crab?
A survival check.
All right.
Can I help?
And
Abrea?
yes, you may. Both of you also roll me a con save.
Oh, okay.
All right. It's a dirty 20.
All right, so for the survival check is... Ooh, you gave me advantage? Okay. I rolled a 19. I would think it would be much higher. Yeah, that second one was a nat 1, so I'll take the 19. So the survival is a 25. And then the con check... Okay, that's not as good. That is a 13.
I got a dirty 20 on my con.
And what was the survival?
The survival was a 25.
Okay, so there's good news and there's bad news. The good news is you find all of the mushrooms, and you recognize that there are 3 mushrooms that don't actually seem to grow on the other ones.
Oh, okay.
So these are unique. However, without even touching them, just as your hand goes near them, as you're sorting through these mushrooms and trying to sort out what's going on, the hawk next to you vanishes. As you realize you've been cut off from the arcane powers that you can usually access.
What?
I will tell the player this is a temporary effect. You're not being completely screwed, but that is what Abrea experiences right now.
Is there a problem?
I can't feel my connection with Hawkeye anymore. Or
So they're going to try to cast druid crafts in their hands, and when they do so, there's no flowers, right?
For the first time, the flowers do not come.
Are you feeling sick, Abrea? Or
no, it's gone. I can't bring out flowers anymore. What happened?
How curious. Step away from the mushrooms.
Okay.
They'll take a few steps back.
I'm gonna go take a few steps closer. Because I was sitting here going, what do we do? And then I realized, I remembered who I'm playing in this game. The person with 0 magic. I'm gonna take a few steps closer and see if I can get closer to him.
Yeah, they don't really seem to harm or affect you in any way. Abrea can point them out to you. There are 3 of these special mushrooms that are different from the others that you've seen before. There are sort of 2 different categories that we've been kind of lumping into one, where it's more of an aesthetic thing, I guess. They're slightly different, but they have similar effects of the transmutation altering magic, as on the list that Kashad was provided. The difference is only one of those variants is poisonous. So one of the different types of mushrooms is a bit easier to work with for that reason. And then you also have 3 of these special mushrooms that you can see on the back of this weird crab.
So 3 special rough mushrooms and 3 poison reducing mushrooms, right? Did I get that right?
So 3 special mushrooms, and then you what did you roll again? I'm sorry.
Oh,
Like
20.
20,
It was a
20
nice,
something on survival?
yeah, 25. Yeah, have a plus 6, 25.
Okay, that's really good. So you'd get, let's say, 24 of each of the other kinds of mushrooms.
Okay, 24.
Nice.
Okay.
24, 24 transmutation mushrooms, and then 24 poisonous transmutation mushrooms.
I would just recommend that maybe no one stand too close to me for all you magic types. I'm not really sure what the radius of effect is, but
I kind of feel all right, though. I don't feel any loosening of my connection to my abilities. It's potential that it varies from person to person.
did you want to test that right before our battle with the spirits, or did you want
Not
to
at
like
all. More just observation.
social distancing, like is what I'm recommending here.
Very well. Very well. Curiously, a question for the DM. With that 25 of the Jethrin and Abrea harvesting stuff, do we get anything else from the crab? Like, does its chitin seem like it can be used to make armor, or do we get any crab meat, or?
So the chitin is interesting. It has sort of like a unique pattern of hues to it that might interest some people. But you noticed while you were fighting it, this creature wasn't particularly well armored. So some of the chitin is already damaged from like the hits from your blades and the hits from Timon's punches in particular, and the scimitar as well. The arrows didn't really mess with that too much, just a couple of puncture wounds. So you could potentially try to harvest it and sell it, but it wouldn't be to make better armor. It would be to try to use it as ornamentation, basically.
I don't know if I'd have interest in that then. Can I recollect my javelins that I threw?
Yeah. Let's see if they both
two of
survive.
them.
One of them survived.
All right, so I'm down to 3 javelins. Remind me to stock up on javelins. It's always good to have some kind of backup for longer distance.
Is everyone else ready to move forward?
Unscathed and ready.
Stay close by, Alvria, and keep your bow ready.
I'm sure after a good night's rest, you'll feel back to your normal self.
I hope so. It feels weird. I can't reach out to it anymore.
Continue. We'll need to find somewhere safe for the evening before we even consider laying low.
I know that must feel quite troubling, Umbra. I'll tussle their hair a little bit, but you'll be right as rain in no time.
They nod, and they kind of like tighten their bow a bit tighter than normal, because they also kind of feel a bit naked now that they don't have their connection to magic. Like, they just have this now. So they have to rely on just their talents that they learn.
But we'll see if I'm the best arrow shooter in Darkstar now.
Without a doubt, you are. And at the very least, if it does turn out to be a little bit longer term, there are many miraculous things that some of the higher clerics can do, so we can probably find a way to help you, but maybe it's just a a resting thing.
Okay.
Shall we?
Yeah.
My question is, are we going to chance more giant crabs, or are we going to continue in the path up the rocks?
Which way would be faster, Dungeon Master?
Definitely taking the path.
Do you all feel any trembling?
Do we?
Do we?
The only trembling that Aubrey and Shay are picking up on is the natural trembling that's coming from Aubrey right now, realizing they don't have access to their magic. Just the natural kind, not the in the sand kind.
Doesn't feel like anything underground.
I guess I'll pack up the rope then, as I begin untying the rope from myself and Kashad and putting it back in my pack.
Let's keep moving. If we notice any more sounds, we'll change our approach. But for now, I think the path is our wisest choice.
As we move forward, can I pull Jethrin to the side just a little bit to have a small chat?
Of course.
Like as we're walking. Jethrin, with young Master Albrea's difficulties at the moment, one of us needs to be with him all the time.
Of course.
If with your natural strength you prefer to be with Mr. Kashad, I can arrange to protect young Master Albrea. But I don't want to get scrambling in the middle of a fight. Which one would you prefer?
Aubrey is my current charge, Ms. Timmons. For the rocks, I've seen so how talented Aubrey was leaping and bounding up the rocks. I thought he'd have no issue, but I know that Master Kashad has not been as nimble since the incident, so I wanted to make sure that he would not fall.
Yeah, I'm not faulting your methods. I think they were sound. I just want to make sure between the two of us that we are united in our approach for how to handle the coming encounter.
Of course. Yes, I will be right there with Aubrey.
Very well, then I will focus on Mr. Kashad. And I will move so that I am now directly next to Kashad.
If Aubrey lets me during the walk, I'm just going to hold their hand.
Yeah,
because I know that they are feeling kind of sad right now.
try to think, because you have to hold the bow with two hands, right? Can you hold the bow in preparation with one hand? You have to hold it with two, right?
You would need to hold it with two.
That's a good
I hold an arrow in one hand and the bow in the other hand.
Okay.
I mean, Aubrey is very skilled. They can hold the arrow and the bow in one hand. There are people who do that, and then you just grab and draw
Oh, okay.
with the other hand when you need to.
All right. In that case, yeah, Abrea would definitely kind of look up and they give a kind of almost like a forced smile in a way, but then they kind of look back down at the ground because they almost feel a bit embarrassed as well. So they're just a lot of figuring out what's happening right now. But yeah, that's
Brea.
Give a little squeeze.
Yeah, Brea.
What's up?
You have a certain book in your possession.
The animal book? Yeah.
You have a certain other book in your possession.
Oh.
Where is it currently?
Oh, it's in the backpack. They always keep it with them at all times.
You get a weird sense that it's calling to you right now. Not almost like it's, warming up in your pocket, but not literally like that. It's more just you can feel this nagging sensation in the back of your head that the book wants you to open it.
In front of everyone? So...
Aubrey is going to do whatever Aubrey is going to do.
So they were like, they were supposed to keep it a secret. They promised to keep it a secret. They always try to keep their promises. So they're like, okay, this is a conflict of actions.
How would you like to resolve that particular conflict right now?
Abrea, while they feel the impulse, to them, promises are like, especially like pinky promises are like the number one thing in the world. Like the minute you make a promise, like you can't break that promise no matter what. So for them, the promise kind of supersedes the impulse, because they want to make sure that they honor that promise at all times to the best of their ability. So they kind of like grit their teeth and be like, "Later, I promise. I just don't want to remove the promise, move the secret." They're thinking this in their head, not saying it out loud, but they're thinking in their head. I don't want anyone.
Keep walking, and it still nags at you, but you're like, "No, I'm steadfast. I'm not going to do that. I got to keep the promise." And after about a minute or so, the nagging sensation goes away.
Well, they are definitely keeping that in mind. So when nighttime hits, they'll definitely go ahead and open up the book when they find a nice.
You just left the archfey on red.
Yep. I think they feel that will probably be the lesser of two evils. They'd be like, "Oh, okay, let me see what it is," and then everyone's like, "What is that book?" So yeah, oh man, that's interesting. They're definitely thinking about that now as well. Very curious how they're coming through all of a sudden, but yeah, I'll keep walking.
You guys keep walking, and eventually Nezra tells you, "We're a couple hundred feet from the cave." You've been probably walking up from August Cave specifically for a couple of hours when that happens. So it's probably like not fully night yet, but closer to than not. So starting to head the other direction. But all in all, you guys have probably woke up around like 9 or so. You've done like 6 hours of walking. So total, or 5 maybe. So it's probably like 2 p.m.
I'm getting new spell slots with font magic.
Okay.
So, do we have a specific plan of attack and or action here? Are we going to want to set up camp here and rest and approach it with full ability, or are we heading in right now? Jethren's asking in character.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Abrea kept. Well, yeah, they're probably not in the right mind to really make a suggestion, so they'll probably just look up to the others to see.
So for the most part, I am at mostly full operating capacity.
I mean, we've already rested once. It feels, I don't know. I suppose we could take a short rest if it was needed, but I wouldn't want to spend much more time than that. Honestly, I'd really like to get back to Ugga's Cave prior to nightfall, if that is a possibility. So
it is nightfall already, right?
It's 2 p.m.
It's 2 p.m.
2 p.m. Gotcha. Okay.
I mathed it.
Gotcha.
Right. So, Nezra, you say you are going to be putting up some form of barrier or something to prevent this spirit's escape from the cave. And when exactly are you going to be casting the other spell on us?
Which one?
You had mentioned something about invigorating us somehow.
Oh, that's the same spell.
All right. Well, who is going in first then?
I can go in.
Hold on. The Aaron just about jumped out at that.
I can tell. I thought you wanted to flew off your chair when you got off mute. Like, what?
Naruto ran to that one.
Yeah.
Believe. Mr. Rashad, with all due respect, I think it's probably a terrible idea for the leader of our house to be the first person in to look and see what's going on. I don't mind stealth. Well, I mean, I consider... Yes, I am sure, but I'm trying to find a much nicer way to say it than that. You are irreplaceable.
As of the moment, my abilities are probably most adapted to deal with such a spirit. If our various magic is not returned, your inability to punch a ghost and Jethrin's divine abilities are running low. I do not know exactly where Shay's abilities lie, and as far as I might understand it, ghosts still have somewhat capable minds, and I can affect those directly.
I'm just saying it might help to have somebody else to be the first target for these effects, whatever they may be. And I am happy to volunteer myself to do so. If you want me to sneak in, I'm not saying you can't come. I would never presume to speak as to what you should do. I just think that perhaps someone else should enter first.
Very well, Timmons.
If I might make a suggestion, I do believe that Miss Nezra's capabilities would be, in a sense, preventing it from leaving the cave. So perhaps you go a little bit ahead, Miss Simmons, followed by Master Kashad and the rest of us, not too far behind.
Ms. Nezra, was it, will we be able to leave the cave?
Are any of you spirits?
All of us, I imagine.
I mean,
Bodies.
I don't understand how any religions work, but I think that there's something inside of us that probably lives on after we die, yes? If that counts.
Are you a ghost?
Again, I'm not exactly sure where the ghost thing kind of starts.
No, we are not ghosts.
A human soul is different from the spirits that we're speaking of. A human spirit is something else entirely.
Okay, not a ghost. That means I can leave, yes?
Yes. She kind of like turns to look at Jethrin. Not certain about the spirits of lions, honestly. But you should be fine.
Well, I'm significantly more than a lion.
I don't know what that means.
It would be like comparing a dog to a werewolf. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. I'm afraid I don't know the other word.
I am Leonin.
Leonin, yes. I am not too certain about a Leonin spirit, but I think you should be fine.
I am as flesh and blood as I believe myself to be. So if these are the circumstances, I think it should be all right.
So to summarize, I will go in, you will follow. If things look terrible, we will immediately leave because something will prevent the spirit from chasing us. Yes?
Good. What is going to be a respectable follow distance? 20 feet? 30 feet?
I mean, without seeing like kind of how it opens, it would be difficult to know if it's a bottleneck. But I'd say probably 30 feet.
Very good.
You all
Shay,
should
where
not stay close to them during the fight. If you all are close to the enemy, it severely limits the actual magic I can use without hitting you all in the process.
Understood.
Ranged attacks where possible.
I don't know how ghosts handle javelins, but we'll see.
Okay. DM, I would like to stealth into the cave if we are at the appropriate place to do so, and the magic that Nezra is going to do has been done.
We are at the appropriate place to do so. She begins casting her spell, which will require her to continuously channel it as part of the ritual. For the purposes of this encounter, all of your hit points will be doubled. So whatever your current hit point total is, double it.
Oh, this isn't good. This isn't good.
Great, fam.
No, if we gotta double our hit points, that means we about to fight.
About to be a good fight. It's about to be a good one. It's about to be a good one.
I just put mine as temporary hit points because that.
Same.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Override health button, guys. There's an override max HP button.
Just remember that if it comes to it and you're giving or getting temporary hit points from somewhere, this is a literal doubling. So you can also have temp hit points on top of this. So you are aware of the mechanics. It will round up, divided by half whenever we end. So if you end and you have 30 hit points, you'd have 15 hit points once the spell wears off. If we end and you have 1 hit point, you would have 1 hit point when the spell wears off. Because 0.5 rounds to 1.
Okay, I just did the override as well. I understand. Okay, and then I'll change it back once we're done.
Cool. And this is where we will leave tonight's episode.
Oh,
That's just cruel.
Unless that makes me feel like I should have rested. I don't know what to do with my thing if I'm keeping it for a smite or divine favor because I can't rage while concentrating.
I was looking forward to fighting.
well, we already fought. All right. Well, once again, we hope you enjoyed this episode. It's been a interesting ride dealing with, again, kaiju crabs. Discovering a little bit more about Shay and their unique fire hair. We probably may have to dive a little further to that. Probably much to Shay's disliking. And of course, meeting the final boss. So make sure to come by next episode as we attempt to deal with this spirit troll. But until then, farewell for now.
Bye.